Hey guys, I just received an order for my beautiful luster blue hematite and hearts anklet. So much fun to make, and I want to show you guys how I do it. So come along with me. Let's go. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So let me show you the beads that we will be using today. This is a very simple pattern. The pattern is simply one heart to one bead ratio, back and forth, repeated against the entire length of the anklet. I just want to go ahead and show you these beads here, guys, because these beads are absolutely gorgeous. See if I can get it in the camera and focus really well. But as you can see, look at it's called luster blue. I mean, you can see why it's called luster blue, because they're just absolutely illustrious. Look at that. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. All right, and then the other beads we're using is just a simple silver heart, tiny little thing, cute as a button. And these are used in between each one of these luster blue heart beads. All right, so let me go ahead and move that up out of the way. Let me go ahead and refocus the camera and get our string. And this is the string I use. I've had multiple videos now where I explain, but I'll explain it again. This is a nylon coated steel string. Okay, and I love using this nylon coated string. One, because it's very durable. I mean, it's steel, right? And second, this nylon coat protects the steel from rusting and corroding. So you can go into the water, you can take a shower with it, and you don't have to worry about this string rusting on you. So I just love using this string because it's just better overall quality. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get on to stringing our anklet. And like I said, this is a very easy pattern. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with a silver heart. And we'll go ahead and string on our luster blue heart. And then we'll go ahead and get a silver heart and a luster blue heart. As you can see, that's why I said this is a one-to-one pattern. This one-to-one pattern is just simple. It's just repeating the whole length of the anklet. So at this point, I think we're just going to go ahead and speed up this video, because there's no point in you watching me be a repeating pattern for 7 minutes. So here we go. So I'm going to stop the video, or not stop the video, but slow down the video again, because this here, if you see, sometimes these beads, they come a little closed. And it's just, in that case, it's going to take some, finessing. And I just go ahead and I get a flat pin here, and I just kind of poke that hole open. You see, it didn't take much. Just had to go and poke the hole open, and we're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and re-speed that video back up again, guys. All right, and now we're reaching the end of the beading process, putting on the last little silver heart. And just want to go ahead and show you, here is the anklet. And it just has a one-to-one pattern. See, and I do want to point out that this pattern, if you see, the hearts are all going in the same direction, and that's important. You don't want some this way, that way, this way. It's going to give an unorganized look. So all the hearts are going in the same direction. Now, since this is an anklet, I want to bring out our ruler. I want to make sure that this beaded part of the anklet is around 8.5 inches. And look, what do you know? There it is. It's at 8.5 inches, so we don't need to make any adjustments to this anklet. 8.5 inches is exactly where we want to be, because this is going to be the normal size anklet and not our large. So the only thing left to do is to go ahead and tie up these ends. So first thing we need is our crafty little crimp bead. Okay, and then we're going to use our lobster claw clasp. Again, I always check these clasps. I want to make sure they're working and they're functional before I put them on the anklet. So stringing it on to my nylon string, folding over that string while making sure this clasp stays on the other side. My crimp bead is over here, and then I'm going to feed my crimp bead onto that tail string as well, pushing it all the way up to about a millimeter away from my clasp. And I'm going to get my flat nose pliers and just crimp it down. Crimp down that bead. Then I'm going to go ahead and hide that tail wire by throwing or putting some other beads through it. You see? Then I'm going to get my other beads to meet up with those first few. And I always like to have approximately 3 to 4 inches to work with on the other side while I'm tying up the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 4 inches of length for me to work with, and get a crimp bead, and I get my chain, extender chain, and my split ring. And so the story with the split rings are, I've been asked why don't I use jump rings, and a jump ring is just one single rotation of a ring. A split ring is a double rotation, so kind of like a keychain. And the reason why I like this is because I don't have to worry about the split ring, the split ring coming open and it becoming detached from my string, unlike a jump ring. A jump ring is very easy for it to hit something, or you're scratching yourself, or you get caught on something, and a split ring will open up. And it just needs to open up. I mean, if you see how thin the string is, it only has to open up very little for the string to come out, and the next thing you know, your anklet is not able to be used because it is essentially broken. There is nothing for the clasp to attach itself to. So I went ahead and I just strung on my split ring and extender chain, and I'm going to follow the same set of steps that I did with the lobster clasp. So I'm going to go ahead and fold over my string with the split ring being on one side. And then I'm going to get my crimp bead, and I'm going to push up my crimp bead. But this time I'm not going to push up my crimp bead all the way to the top like I did in the other one. I'm just going to kind of have it midway through. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and get a few beads here and go ahead and string them through as well until my tail shows. You see the tail is here. And now what you're going to want to do is get your flat nose pliers, not your flat nose, your round nose. But before you do that, go ahead and pinch down the main string and your tail in between two fingers, like that. Then go ahead and get your round nose pliers. Feed one side of your round nose pliers through this little loop right here. Okay. Crimp down, not too tight, just enough that the string doesn't move anywhere. And then you're going to let go on this hand. And you're just going to take a hold of just the tail. So you're going to leave out the main string, and you're going to get a hold of just the tail. And once you've got a good grip on the tail, go ahead and open up your round nose pliers, and then you just pull. And that's how you tighten up the other side of your anklet. Okay? Practice that a few times. It does take some time to kind of get used to that way of tightening up the string. But once you get it down a few times, it's very easy to rinse and repeat. Okay, and now that you've tightened up your string, you see this loop, it's a little bit bigger than I'd like. There's just going to be a lot of play in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tail over here, and I'm just going to tighten it up just a little bit more. Just going to pull on it just a little bit more until it gets to the size that I like, which is about that. And now the only thing left to do, get my flat nose pliers and crimp down on that bead. There you go. So the last thing to do is just cut this tail over here. You want to make sure you cut just the tail, not the main wire, because if you cut the main wire, then you will be restringing an entirely new anklet all over again. And there you go. One anklet, one luster blue hematite and hearts anklet coming up. It's in the books. It's done. Look how pretty that is. See that? That gorgeous? See if I can zoom up over it for you. Absolutely gorgeous, and it looks so pretty on the ankle. Well guys, I really hope you had a great time making this anklet with me like I did with you. I really enjoy being able to come on the YouTube platform and share with you guys my designs and how I make them, and hopefully I helped you in your jewelry making journey. Guys, we are starting our channel. I'm really loving all the interaction I've been getting so far. I hope to get more and more and more. Please like, share, subscribe, and more importantly, can you comment? Please comment what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I could improve on, or just if you think you'd like to see something different, please let me know. I love reading the comments. It's something that helps me grow as a company, but also as a person and as a jewelry maker. So please leave a comment below and let me know what you liked. And most importantly, be chic, be happy, and be inspired. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys.